Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie and today we are on day 135. I am so glad that you're here today and welcome you to the channel. We are going to be reading out of Numbers chapter 25 and 26, Isaiah chapter 22, Matthew chapter 12, and then we're going to close out the day with Psalm 82. So we have full chapters today. The format is not breaking it up. So buckle in. It's going to be a little bit of a day. So I do want to give you a heads up. I am not feeling 100% well. I am actually on antibiotics. I've got a dental situation going on. So antibiotics make me a little warm and a little crazy. So here we go. Let's just see if we can knock this one out. Numbers chapter 25. Here we go. Israel stayed in Shittim, and the people began to play the prostitute with the daughters of Moab, for they called the people to the sacrifices of their gods. The people ate and bowed down to their gods. Israel joined himself to Baal Peor, and Yahweh's anger burned against Israel. Yahweh said to Moses, "Take all the chiefs of the people and hang them up to Yahweh before the sun, that the fierce anger of Yahweh may turn away from Israel." Moses said to the judges of Israel, "Everyone kill his men who have joined themselves to Baal Peor." Behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought to his brothers a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, while they were weeping at the door of the tent of meeting. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from the middle of the congregation and took a spear in his hand. He went after the man of Israel into the pavilion and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her body. So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel. Those who died by the plague were 24,000. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, and that he was jealous with my jealousy among them, so that I didn't consume the children of Israel in my jealousy. Therefore say, Behold, I give to him my covenant of peace. It shall be to him and to his offspring after him the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was jealous for his God and made atonement for the children of Israel." Now the name of the man of Israel that was slain, who was slain with the Midianite woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a father's house among the Simeonites. The name of the Midianite woman who was slain was Cozbi, the daughter of Zur. He was head of the people of the father's house in Midian. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Harass the Midianites and strike them, for they harassed you with their wiles, wherein they have deceived you in the matter of Peor, and in the incident regarding Cozbi, the daughter of the prince of Midian, their sister, who was slain on the day of the plague in the matter of Peor." Chapter 26. After the plague, Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, saying, "Take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel, from 20 years old and upward, by their fathers' houses, all who are able to go out to war in Israel." Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho, saying, "Take a census from 20 years old and upward, as Yahweh commanded Moses and the children of Israel." These are those who came out of the land of Egypt: Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, the sons of Reuben. Of Hanok, the family of the Hanokites. Of Palu, the family of the Paluites. of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites; of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites. And those who were counted of them were 43,730. The son of Palu, Eliab. The sons of Eliab, Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. These are that Dathan and Abiram, who were called by the congregation, who rebelled against Moses and against Aaron in the company of Korah, when they rebelled against Yahweh, and the earth opened its mouth, and it swallowed them up together with Korah, when that company died. At the time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Notwithstanding, the sons of Korah didn't die. The sons of Simeon, after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites; of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites; of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites; of Zerah, the family of the Zerites; of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad, after their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites; of Haggai, the family of the Haggites; of Shunai, the family of the Shunites; of Ozni, the family of the Oznites; of Eri, the family of the Erites; of Arod, the family of the Arodites; of Arli, the family of the Arlites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who were counted of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah, and Onan. And Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah, after their families, were of Shelah, the family of the Shelonites; of Perez, the family of the Perizzites; of Zerah, the family of the Zerites. The sons of Perez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites; of Hamul, the family of the Hamulites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were counted of them, 76,500. The sons of Issachar, after their families, of Tola, the family of the Tolites; of Puvah, the family of the Punites; of Jeshub, the family of the Jeshubites; of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were counted of them, 64,300. The sons of Zebulun, after their families, of Sered, the family of the Seredites; of Elon, the family of the Elonites; of Jalil, the family of the Jalilites. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those who were counted of them, 60,500. The sons of Joseph, after their families, Manasseh and Ephraim. The sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites; and Machir became the father of Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead: of Iezer, the family of the Iezerites; of Helek, the family of the Helekites; and Azrael, the family of the Asraelites; and Shechem, the family of the Shechemites; and Shemida, the family of the Shemedites; and Hepher, the family of the Hepherites. Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, had no sons, but daughters. And the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Mala, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh. Those who were counted of them were 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim after their families. Of Shuthelah, the family of the Shuthelites. Of Becher, the family of the Becherites. Of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. These are the sons of Shethelah. Of Arnan, the family of the Arnanites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those who were counted of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph after their families. The sons of Benjamin after their families. Of Bela, the family of the Belaites. Of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites. Of Ahiram, the family of the Ahiramanites. Of Shephapham, the family of the Shephamites. Of Hepham, the family of the Hephamites. The sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman, the family of the Ardites, and of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. These are the sons of Benjamin after their families, and those who were counted of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan after their families. Of Shuham, the family of the Shuhamites. These are the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shuhamites, according to those who were counted of them, were 64,400. The sons of Asher, after their families. Of Imnah, the family of the Imnites. Of Ishvi, the family of the Ishvites. Of Beriah, the family of the Berites. Of the sons of Beriah, of Heber, the family of the Heberites. Of Malchiel, the family of the Malchielites. The name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. These are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those who were counted of them, 53,400. The sons of Naphtali, after their families. Of Jaziel, the family of the Jazielites. Of Gunai, the family of the Gunites. Of Jazer, the family of the Jazerites. Of Shalem, the family of the Shalemites. These are the families of Naphtali, according to their families, and those who were counted of them were 45,400. These are those who were counted of the children of Israel, 601,730. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, To these the land shall be divided for an inheritance according to the number of names. To the more you shall give, the more inheritance, and to the fewer you shall give the less inheritance. To every one according to those who were counted of him shall his inheritance be given. Notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot. According to the names of the tribes of their fathers, they shall inherit. According to the lot shall their inheritance be divided between the more and the fewer. These are those who were counted of the Levites after their families. Of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites. Of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites. Of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of Levi, the families of the family of Libanites, the family of Hebronites, the family of Mahalites, the family of Mushites, and the family of the Korahites. Kohath became the father of Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt. She bore to Amram Aaron and Moses, and Miriam their sister. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before Yahweh. Those who were counted of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and upward, for they were not counted among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given them among the children of Israel. These are those who were counted by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who counted the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho. But among these there was not a man of them who were counted by Moses and Aaron the priest, who counted the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For Yahweh had said to them, "They shall surely die in the wilderness. There was not a man left of them, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua the son of Nun." Such an incredible documentation, because these names do continue to come up in the Old Testament, and they continue to come up in the New Testament when the Pharisees and Sadducees are trying to attach their laws. So while it is so tempting to just kind of move on to chapter 27 and skip it, if we're really going to do this, we really got to read it, and we got to kind of lock it in our head and kind of store it so that we remember what's going on. And being that was so difficult for me, we are not going to record this again. So let's hope it all goes well. Isaiah chapter 22. The burden of the valley of vision. What ails you now, that you have all gone up to the housetops, you that are full of shouting, a tumultuous city, a joyous town? Your slain are not slain with the sword, neither are they dead in battle. All your rulers fled away together. They were bound by the archers. All who were found by you were bound together. They fled far away. Therefore I said, "Look away from me, I will weep bitterly. Don't labor to comfort me for the destruction of the daughter of my people. For it is a day of confusion and of treading down and of perplexity from the Lord, Yahweh of armies, in the valley of vision, a breaking down of the walls and a crying to the mountains." Elam carried his quiver with chariots of men and horsemen, and Kir uncovered the shield. Your choicest valleys were full of chariots, and the horsemen set themselves in array at the gate. He took away the covering of Judah, and you looked in that day to the armor in the house of the forest. You saw the breaches of David's city, that they were many, and you gathered together the waters of the lower pool. You counted the houses of Jerusalem, and you broke down the houses to fortify the wall. You also made a reservoir between the two walls for the water of the old pool. But you didn't look to him who had done this, neither did you have respect for him who planned it long ago. In that day the Lord, Yahweh of armies, called to weeping, to mourning, to baldness, and to dressing in sackcloth, and behold, there is joy and gladness, killing cattle and killing sheep, eating meat and drinking wine. Let's eat and drink, for tomorrow we will die. Yahweh of armies revealed himself in my ears. Surely this iniquity will not be forgiven you until you die, says the Lord Yahweh of armies. The Lord Yahweh of armies says, go get yourself to this treasurer, even to Shebna, who is over the house, and say, what are you doing here? Who has you here, that you have dug out a tomb here? Cutting himself out a tomb on high, chiseling a habitation for himself in the rock. Behold, Yahweh will overcome you and hurl you away violently. Yes, he will grasp you firmly. He will surely wind you around and throw you like a ball into a large country. There you will die, and there the chariots of your glory will be, you disgrace of your Lord's house. I will thrust you from your office. You will be pulled down from your station. It will happen in that day that I will call my servant Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah. I'm going to read that again. Verse 20. It will happen in that day that I will call my servant Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, and I will clothe him with your robe and strengthen him with your belt. I will commit your government into his hand, and he will be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. I will lay the key of David's house on his shoulder. He will open, and no one will shut. He will shut, and no one will open. I will fasten him like a nail in a sure place. He will be for a throne of glory to his father's house. They will hang on him all the glory of his father's house, the offspring and the issue, every small vessel, from the cups even to all the pitchers. And that day, says Yahweh of armies, the nail that was fastened in a sure place will give way. It will be cut down and fall. The burden that was on it will be cut off, for Yahweh has spoken it. All right, moving into Matthew 12. Just every time I hear that, for Yahweh spoke it, there are so many times I wish Yahweh would speak it now, so I would just know. Anyways, Matthew chapter 12. At that time, Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the grain fields. His disciples were hungry and began to pluck the heads of grain and eat it. But the Pharisees, when they saw it, said to him, behold, your disciples do what is not lawful to do on the Sabbath. But Jesus said to them, haven't you read that David did when he was hungry, and those who were with him, how he entered into God's house and ate the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, nor for those who were with him, but it was only for the priests? Or have you not read in the law that on the Sabbath day the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are guiltless? But I tell you that one greater than the temple is here. But if you had known what this means, I desire mercy and not sacrifice, you wouldn't have condemned the guiltless. For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. He departed from there and went into their synagogue. And behold, there was a man with a withered hand. They asked him, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day? So that they might accuse him. He said to them, what man is there among you who has one sheep? And if this one falls into a pit on the Sabbath day, won't he grab it? And won't he grab onto it and lift it out? Of how much more value, then, is a man than a sheep? Therefore, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath day?" Then he turned to the man. He said, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and it was restored whole, just like the other. But the Pharisees went out and conspired against him, how they might destroy him. Jesus, perceiving that, withdrew from there. Great multitudes followed him, and he healed them all, and commanded them that they should not make him known, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken through Isaiah the prophet, saying, "Behold my servant whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit on him, and he will proclaim justice to the nations. He will not strive, nor shout, neither will anyone hear his voice in the streets. He won't break a bruised reed. He won't quench a smoking flax until he leads justice to victory. In his name the nations will hope." Then one possessed by a demon, blind and mute, was brought to him, and he healed him, so that the blind and the mute man both spoke and saw. All the multitudes were amazed and said, "Can this be the son of David?" But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This man does not cast out demons except by Beelzebub." Oh, gosh. All right, we're going to try this again. Verse 24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This man does not cast out demons except by Beelzebul, the prince of the demons." Knowing their thoughts, Jesus said to them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself will not stand. If Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand? If I by Beelzebul cast out demons, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, they will be your judges. But if I by the Spirit of God cast out demons, then God's kingdom has come upon you. Or how can one enter into the house of the strong man and plunder his goods unless he first binds the strong man? Then he will plunder his house. He who is not with me is against me, and he who doesn't gather with me scatters. Therefore, I tell you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven men, but the blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven men. Whoever speaks a word against the Son of Man, it will be forgiven him. But whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit, it will not be forgiven him, either in this age or in that which is to come. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. You offspring of vipers, how can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The good man out of his good treasure brings out good things, and the evil man out of his evil treasure brings that evil things. I tell you that every idle word that men speak, they will give account of it on the day of judgment. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Then certain of the scribes and Pharisees answered, "Teacher, we want to see a sign from you." But he answered them, "An evil and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, but no sign will be given to it, but the sign of Jonah the prophet. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, so will the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. The men of Nineveh will stand up in the judgment with this generation and will condemn it, for they repented at the preaching of Jonah, and behold, someone greater than Jonah is here. The queen of the south will rise up in the judgment with this generation and will condemn it, for she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And behold, someone greater than Solomon is here. When an unclean spirit has gone out of a man, he passes through waterless places seeking rest and doesn't find it. Then he says, I will return into my house from which I came. And when he has come back, he finds it empty, swept, and put in order. Then he goes and takes with himself 7 other spirits, more evil than he is, and they enter in and dwell there. The last state of that man becomes worse than the first. Even so will it be also to this evil generation. While he was yet speaking to the multitudes, behold, his mother and his brothers stood outside, seeking to speak to him. One said to him, Behold, your mother and your brothers stand outside, seeking to speak to you. But he answered him who spoke to him, Who is my mother? And who are my brothers? He stretched out his hand toward his disciples and said, Behold, my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father who is in heaven, he is my brother and sister and mother. All right, my dears, let's close this out with Psalm chapter 82. This is a psalm by Asaph. God presides in the great assembly. He judges among the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Defend the weak, the poor, and the fatherless. Maintain the rights of the poor and oppressed. Rescue the weak and needy. Deliver them out of the hands of the wicked. They don't know, neither do they understand. They walk back and forth in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, You are gods. All of you are sons of the Most High. Nevertheless, you shall die like men and fall like one of the rulers. Arise, God, judge the earth, for you inherit all of the nations. Whoa, my goodness. This was quite a day. I don't even know what to say after that. That was a lot of information. But I would say out of today, some might feel that Numbers might have been a little boring. Some might have said, Psalms really didn't touch their heart at all. What I would suggest is whichever book of the Bible of these 4 that we read today, if there was something that touched your heart, then that was meant for you to hear today. And so continue thinking about just that piece. This format, it calls for reading these 4 books at a time so that we can kind of see how the Old Testament folds into the New Testament. But sometimes there are little morsels in there, whether it be in Matthew, Isaiah, Psalm, or even Numbers. Everybody is different in what they need to hear. So I encourage you to think about the words that we read today, Can you hear Fred? He has an opinion. Do you have an opinion, Fred? What he said is, why don't you come over here? So we're going to close out this day, and I guess we're going to go snuggle up with Fred. Have a beautiful day, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I just absolutely love reading every day for those who want to hear. Have a talk with the Lord today. Have a most wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow for day 136. Bye.